Okay, so I've already done my brows and primed my eyes off camera, so we're going to start off with golden ochre here and burnt orange, and we're going to mix that and put that in the crease on a square flat top blending brush.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you get what I
So you're going to want to blend with windshield wiper motions back and forth in small circles just to get that nice even blend that everyone wants. Okay, so next we are going to take a tapered blending brush and love letter and a little bit of red ochre mixed in. We're just going to place that in the crease like we did before. Just keep it lower than the burnt orange and golden ochre colors. That's done, we're just going to continue to go back through with that flat top brush just to make sure everything's completely blended out. Next, we're just going to take a flat brush, maybe a concealer brush or whatever, a synthetic brush, because synthetic brushes and synthetic hairs are better for packing on color. So we're going to take Primavera on that synthetic brush and just pack down on the entire lid.
Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know?
Alright, now that that's over, we're just going to take a smudger brush and we're going to take a little bit of Cypress Umber. It's very pigmented, so you want to be really careful with it, so you're just going to take a little bit, tap the excess off, and then just put that in the outer corner. Okay, now that that eye is done, I'm going to do the other eye off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so now that the other eye is done, I'm going to go in and start it with my face. And so for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation in the shade 04 Medium Beige. It's a little too dark for my skin, so I am going to mix it with the Maybelline Dream Velvet foundation in the shade 05 Warm Porcelain. And I'm just mixing that too on a little glass plate over here so I don't have to get my foundation all dirty and you don't want bacteria, so that's just how I like to do it. We're just going to put it on the face using a concealer brush.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share?
You're always going to want to take your foundation down your neck so everything matches and blends completely, so you don't have to have that orange line that most people get. It's just a tip and trick that's useful to everyone. Sponge. It's pretty much a dupe to the Beauty Blender if you want a less expensive version of it. Now I'm going to color correct with a pink concealer. we're going to conceal the under eyes and the rest of my face with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? Do you hear what I hear?
And then we're just going to blend that out with that sponge.
Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? Do you don't share?
And then to set the under eye, I'm going to take the Ben Nye Loose Banana Powder and a bit of the Fit Me Translucent Powder from Maybelline. To set the rest of the face, I'm just going to go back in with that Ben Nye powder on a large, fluffy face brush. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and contour the face. And I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. And I am, of course, using the lightest shade in the palette because it's more cool tone, and the more cool tone a contour shade is, the more it's going to look like a shadow, less than a bronzer type of shade, and I want to create a cheekbone instead of just bronzing up the skin.
Do you hear what I hear?
We're just going to do the same thing underneath the jawline.
Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? Do you hear what I hear?
Okay, now I'm going to go in with bronzer, and I'm using the Bahama Mama bronzer by The Balm.
Do we know what we share? Do you don't share?
We're also going to bronze up the temples. Since I do have a larger forehead, I want to make that appear smaller. I'm going to go with blush, and I'm using the Milani blush in the shade Luminosa. And now it's time for my favorite part. We're going to highlight the Becca and Jaclyn Hill palette. And I'm going to mix Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop together and hit the tops of the cheekbones.
Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share? Do you hear what I hear? Do you care if I care? Do you know what I know? What we share? Do we know what we share? Do we know what we share? Do we know?
Okay, now I'm actually going to go in and contour my nose. I'm actually going to take that contour shade and put it underneath the lip to just give it a fuller appearance. the under eyes, I'm going to go for a bold pop of color. And I'm going to take Love Letter, and on a square shader brush, I am going to just place that directly on the lower lash line and pack it on there very generously so that color really pops and stands out.
Do we know what we share?
Okay, so now for the waterline, I'm going to use my gel liner. That's the same one that I used for my wing liner that I did. And it's the Maybelline gel liner in Black is Black. And we're just going to take that on a brush and just place it in the waterline. Alright, now I'm just going to curl my lashes and put on mascara. Of course I did that. No, who wouldn't? Alright, problem solved. And now for lips, I'm going to be going with Kinda Sexy by MAC. It's a nice peachy pinkish nude for an everyday wear.
Do you hear what I hear? Do you care as I care? Do you know what I know? Do we know what we share?
And to top that off, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Angel Food Cake. Alright, and now this look is complete. Thank you for watching.